thank you for joining me for another session of Yoga with Kelly Lane. Today's focus is on a burst of energy. It's going to be a quick one, so let's start at the top of our mat. Deep breath in as you stand with your hands overhead, tall mountain, and forward fold over, melting your chest towards your thighs. Chest up into a half arch and step back into plank. Shoulders are over the wrists. Bring the tailbone to the sky into a downward dog. Left heel to the sky, three-legged dog. And bring the knee to the nose. And swing it through to the front of the mat. Knee over the ankle. Bring yourself up into a crescent pose, squaring the hips. And the knee is over the ankle. The shin is at a 90-degree angle. Hands to the mat, step back into plank and chaturanga down. Elbows are close to the body. Upward dog or cobra. And come into a downward dog, tailbone to the sky. Right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Bring the knee to the nose and step to the front of the mat. Bring yourself into a crescent pose, tucking the tailbone. And hands to the mat, step back into a plank. Chaturanga down, elbows close to the body. And upward dog or cobra, opening up the chest. Bring yourself into a downward dog. Left heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Let the knee bend and the foot just fall to the right side of the body. Dancing dog. Bring yourself back into a plank, lowering the leg. And chaturanga down. Upward dog or cobra, opening up the chest. And a downward dog, tailbone to the sky. Right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Let the knee bend here. And let the right leg just fall to the left. Opening up the hips. Look under the left shoulder if you'd like, the armpit. And bring the leg down to the mat. You're in a plank position. And chaturanga down. Upward dog or cobra. And downward dog, tailbone to the sky. Step or jump to the front of the mat. Half arch, chest up to the sky. And a forward fold over. Press through your feet, hands overhead, tall mountain, and hands to heart center. Deep breath in as our hands are at heart center and we sink into chair. Knees don't go past the toes. And forward fold over, melting the chest to the thighs. Heel toe the feet out off the mat and forward fold over into a wide-legged forward fold. Grab the feet if you like and pull your chest towards your thighs, letting the neck just fall, getting a good stretch and a lengthen in the spine. Bring the right hand under your face and bring the left hand up towards the sky. You're twisting and looking at the left, squaring the hips in front of you. Go ahead and move around. Get comfortable with your hips in line with your ankles. Switch hands. Left hand, your palm is directly under your face. Hips are in line with the heels. Shoulder is over the wrist. And bring the right hand towards the sky, looking to your right. Getting a good stretch here. Both hands are to the mat. Heel toe in your feet and come into a low squat. Knees are not over the toes. And sinking the tailbone towards the mat. Go ahead and open up your knees with your elbows if you choose. And I'm just going to get some blood flowing. Just kind of tease myself into a crow. But I heel toe my feet back together. Stand up into a tall mountain and a slight arch in the back. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Hands overhead and sink into a chair. Bring the left foot parallel to the ground, so we're in a warrior three. Your hands can be out beside you if you choose. Bring the hands to the mat and the left leg even further, squaring the hips. We're in a standing split, melting the chest to the thigh. Bring the foot to the mat, stand up, hands overhead, tall mountain, slight arch in the back, and hands to heart center. Deep breath in, hands overhead, sink into chair. And forward fold over. Very gently bring the right leg parallel to the ground and straightening the left leg as we come into a warrior 3 on this side. Hands can be beside you or in an airplane position. Trying to square your hips in front of you and keep them parallel to the ground. Bring the hands to the ground and the right foot closer to the sky, squaring the hips, standing split on this side, melting the chest to the thigh, the left thigh. Bring the right leg down and stand up, tall mountain, hands overhead, and deep breath out as you bring your hands to heart center. Sink into a chair and twist to the left side, twisted chair to the left. Open up the arms here to give yourself a little more leverage, a little more twist. Bring your hands up overhead. We're in a regular chair. And bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right, opening up the arms. Deep breath in as we bring our hands overhead, stand up tall, tall mountain, and hands to heart center. Go ahead and put both hands on either side of the sacrum and do a standing supported arch, pushing the hips in front of you. Relax out of that. Hands to heart center, namaste.